Welcome to another day at the Stargazer. Today I am expanding my garden. This is the house, this is behind the house, and this is the old garden bed that I had. It was fine, but it was slightly neglected. I didn't give it the love and attention that it deserved, so now I'm gonna give it a nice, beautiful facelift. Cleanse? I'm gonna give it something that sounds a lot more organic than a facelift. So these were the old perimeters, right? You can see where it's dark brown. And so now I have to use the tiller, the rotavator, the rotor, whatever, and flip a bit of this soil. Then I'm gonna put cardboard, cover it with compost. Then I'm gonna make a border around where you see the blue cord. And I'm gonna put cement blocks all around. Let's get started. So it's been a couple of minutes and I've just finished the rough job of tilling the soil. And I'm using a level with some bricks just to determine the level of the actual area. It doesn't need to be perfect, but also you don't want to have your garden on a hill to have the water flowing in one direction away. So I'm going to continue over here because over here, as the years have passed, the mud, the clay has been going down and stopping over here and elevating this area. So it's a bit of a slope. So as you can see, I have to dig out a bit extra. There's a slight elevation and I have to get this part down further. And what's also good is that I'm loosening up the soil. It goes against the principle of no dig, but this is the preparation of the garden. So in this case, I'm just loosening up this rock hard clay. Let me show you just how hard it is. Here's a rock. And this is how hard it is. Barely made a dent with the rock. It's crazy, right? So I need to keep tilling the soil, tilling it until it gets to something like this. And that will make it a lot easier for the organisms, for the insects to dig themselves down, for the roots to penetrate deeper as well, not to have the separation of the rock hard clay and the compost on top. So over the years, as the critters move around in the soil, they move the soil with their movement, right? So you want to make sure that the soil is loosened up like this so they can move around easier and incorporate the compost in the layers of dirt underneath. Make sense? All right, I'm going to continue to level it. Okay, I finished tilling the soil and it looks like this. It's a nice little overview of what it looks like. I'm standing on a ladder. Let's go down from here. All right, so the tilling is done. It's more or less leveled now. This is a bit deeper than here because obviously I have to fill it up with compost on this side. So I have to dig a bit deeper than on this side. This side already has about 10 centimeters of compost. So tomorrow I'm gonna get some cement blocks and I'm gonna put them around the perimeter, fill up with compost, and then fill up the beds with potato. I'll see you again tomorrow. It's a new dawn, it's a new day at the Stargazer, and I just came up with a carload of bricks. I got 30 bricks in here. I need 40, but I didn't want to overdo it with the car because I didn't know if it would be able to handle the weight. To my surprise, and with the 500 kilo load driving up the mountains, the car was absolutely fine the whole time. Okay, so the work is coming along nicely. I am halfway there. That's what it looks like. But now I'm thinking if I should make a complete box. All right, so here it makes sense because you're not going to be walking on that side, or you shouldn't. But here, the rows are going to be like this, right? So I was thinking to skip the bricks where the path is going to be. So I would go 4, 8, 12, 120 centimeters, then skip one brick 40 centimeters, and then go 120. I don't know. I think I'm gonna try it out and see how it looks. Okay, so the frame is done, and I've tilled the soil one more time because this is where the old garden bed was, and it had a good 20 centimeters of compost and mixed stuff in there. So what I did was I tilled the entire area and just shuffled around, incorporated a bit of the native soil with the compost that was concentrated here, and just evened it out. And now I have 300 liters of clean compost that I'm gonna cover the whole area with. And then I'm gonna plant me some potatoes. Hey, and welcome back. It is now the next day, and I've skipped recording a bunch of stuff because it's probably just boring to watch. Planting potatoes is literally just digging a hole 5 to 7 centimeters, put the potato in, cover it, water, done. So I've dropped the 300 liters of compost on top. I've planted several rows of potatoes, and in between I've planted a type of green manure called sativa, which is a plant that will help pull some nitrogen into the soil, and with the roots it's going to help to stabilize things as well, so the soil doesn't go flying around regardless of weather. Then I'll cover it up with a plastic to keep the humidity inside, so I don't have to water it every single day, and I will leave it there for a week, and I will keep you updated in another video. Thanks for watching. See you next time.